Hi everyone, this is Nadia. I am founder of Spartanite and I'm an occult specialist that uses spiritual intelligence to empower entrepreneurs into health-empowered money story to live a balanced life. Today we have a really cool case study that I'm going to share. So without further ado, I would love you to introduce yourself. Tell us what your name is and what you do. Tell us a little bit about your background.
My name is Jillian. I'm from Holland. And before I came to Nadia, I was working in sustainability and marketing. So I was really into that. Kind of my ego was really attached to that professional identity, let's say. But then, of course, 2020 brought a lot of changes for everyone, also for me. And I came to Nadia to just turn my life around.
Well, I'm happy that you chose me and you chose to come to me. So tell us a little bit about what you were struggling with when you decided to come to me or when you found me. What was really going on in your life and what did you feel like, look, I can't do this all by myself and I need help with this?
So I was trying to move forward, right? I started with shadow work and basically healing my body. But there was a part where I couldn't move forward, where I was still very much attached to my narcissist boss. And that is where actually I found you and you helped me with the cord cutting and that made me realize how important it is to keep your energy clean as well in how you feel and how you can progress in life.
Definitely. I think there's so many people that don't realize or maybe underestimate the importance of keeping your energy safe and clean from these type of toxic individuals. So that's a very profound point you've made. What would you say are the two tangible and measurable challenges that you've made after working with Spartanite?
How do you measure this? Yeah, it's just like finding myself again.
Right. And that's never easy to
I was more of a shell.
That's never easy to put in words because it's a tough question for me to ask people because people are usually thinking in terms of very earthly things. So yes, I made this much amount of money or I lost this much weight. So it's very tangible. But the spirit world is very intangible, but it's more about how your thinking is different and how you feel different. Because I do remember you did come to me and you were very, not in yourself, and now I see that you can own yourself a lot more and you are with yourself a lot more, so that makes me really happy to see it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What would you say your life looks like today after working with us, from where you came from last year? What really changed inside you? What does your life look like now?
I feel I'm more in my body, more grounded in my body, and just more full. So it's so hard to put into words, but when I came to you, I was more of a shell of myself. And now I have a better idea of what I value in life, and just having more of that true north, like where you're going.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's basically finding yourself and where you should be going, not where the world tells you that you need to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. How has your life changed since working with us? Like, aside your true north, what do you think has been a massive internal shift for you? Maybe emotionally, could be spiritually, it could be mentally, that's really shifted in your life and you think, wow, I don't think I'd have been able to do it without him.
Well, I've had a whole spiritual awakening. There's a lot of knowledge that you have brought me that, I had no idea that existed. The whole spirit world and just so many occult things.
Yeah,
I just had no idea of.
So it's really opened your eyes into many things about how you're able to connect to that world and I guess accept it as being very normal.
Yeah, accept it. That's definitely, and that was actually where the do they call it Solomon syndrome? Where you're just like, whoa, and then there's another layer, and you're like, oh,
it's too much. It's like, whoa. I guess it's like getting out of a cave and the light hits you and you run straight back in. Yes, I definitely agree with that. What has been the most delightful part of your experience?
I think our calls are nice, they're fun as well. It's not just all shadow work and very hard. It's also, you can laugh about it.
Yeah.
And see that you're not alone in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That's good to know that you find me fun, because so many people, they'll work, the people are very surprised, like I'm sat, with you here wearing a lot of pink even on my head, and lots of people are just, they have such a stereotype about what spirituality actually is, or you have to look a certain way, or you have to dress in Halloween costumes in the spring, and so on and so forth. So it's very nice to hear that your most delightful thing about working with me was that you've had so much fun and you've really, really enjoyed the experience of working with me. So I'm really grateful. Thank you. So finally, least but not last, if someone was thinking of working with Spartanite, what would you tell them and why?
First of all, of course, people that embark on this journey need to keep in mind that they need to have, willpower. They need to, mentorship is not just, your mentor is going to do everything for you. You have to put in the work, and your mentor kind of, leads you or walks alongside you.
Sure.
So that's just the main thing that people need to keep in mind when they start mentoring, period. And working with you, I would say, just be prepared for a wild ride.
You make it sound like a roller coaster.
It's a fun one, though.
It's a fun one. Yeah, I think it's very poignant what you've actually said about mentoring, because there are so many people who believe that you're going to sit there and we can hold your hand, that's not a problem, but we can't do that work for you. Only a person, even when I've been mentored, the person can't do the work for me. Only I have to do that work by myself and see the change and let that person guide me along. So thank you very much for sharing that point, because there's so many people who consider mentoring and then think, well, the person's going to do the work for them, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in magic, and it certainly doesn't work that way in mentoring. So yeah, finally, I mean, what would you like to say generally about the world circumstances, what's going on, and if there are any really cool inspirational tips or anything you can give people to ride the wave?
Oh gosh. I'm finding the tips as I go along myself as
For
well.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it's what can you say, really? It's like the world is going through a big transition, and I think we need to keep in mind that there will be an end to all of this. We just don't know when, but it's important to keep that in mind so we stay optimistic, I guess.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Jillian. I really appreciate you sharing your experience and how you've grown from somebody who said that she felt very much like a shell to someone that's a lot more present in her body. She's a lot fuller. You're a lot more there. Yeah, I've seen you transition and change so much, and it's really exciting for me to obviously share this short case study with you and how you've done. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
No, thank you.